Why, hello there, my nation of YouTubians. This is your boy, Andy Gamer Chanel, coming to you with another video of suspense, of fear, of terror, of surprisement, engaging into those forces of darkness, of evil, corruption. These things and those things, of course. Yes, until dawn rush of... Okay, number one, no, this is not a game. No, actually, yeah, it is. But no, seriously, this is your boy Red Devil Andy Gamer Chanel. And I just lost track of my introduction because this game is so freaking awesome. Yeah. Well, anyways. This is just a rant video over something that I'm heavily passionate about. As much as, probably sucks to say that I'm heavily passionate about what I'm about to talk about. And I said about a lot. Ain't that funny how you say one word a little too much? Anyways. So, we have this little situation. And no, I'm not talking about the dumbass Guido from, Jersey Shore, the situation. I'm actually talking about something I learned. Oh, sorry. Something I learned from another fellow YouTuber who goes by Joygasm Films. I'm subscribed to him, and I have my alerts set up, and I saw that he was talking about something over Battlefield 5, not heavily over Battlefield 5, but more over the bias sellouts within YouTube itself who review these video games, and for some strange odd reason they're so okay with this. They're completely fine with rewriting history according to the SJW need. Yeah, I'm serious. That's what's going on in the world today. No, but all kidding aside, but I'm not going to be completely serious or else I'll lose your attention, because let's be honest, some of you have really short attention spans, and something's not entertaining, you'll like doze off or something. I just called you stupid, people. But to be honest with you, I saw where he's coming from. Angry Joe did the horrible mistake of taking sides as a video game, what is it? What could you possibly call him? Video game reviewer, I guess you could say. Well, I shot that bird. Here's the thing, I shot that bird too. He chose a side, and he chose a side by talking about how, this game is actually pretty good, and this and this and this. And you know what? Okay, he's entitled to his opinion. He's completely and totally entitled to his opinion over whether or not a game is good or not. Okay, he's entitled to it. Okay, that's his job. He's entitled to say if a game is good and what he liked about it and whatnot. And candies have eyeballs and teddy bears have, sphincters. But when you start attacking people who, you can't blame anybody for leaving the comments that they've left when they're used to a type of demographic or a type of content style that you are now responsible for not, delivering anymore. Most of the people that have unsubscribed to Angry Joe were fans of him because he was unbiased and he gave his absolute and total honest opinion about shit. I know that's how I started subscribing to him. I subscribed to him because he was honest about Destiny. And I'm not a huge fan anymore. I used to be, but then Bungie started messing up and there were a lot of issues that, quite frankly, I didn't like about the game anymore. And, Angry Joe actually called him out on it, and he started saying, well, it's kind of shitty that this, and it's kind of shitty that that, and that's how I subscribed to him. He has a lot of antics. He does a lot of those You know, the corporation shit. You know, kind of comparing a Cobra Commander to the corporate lifestyle of EA, because it was mostly EA and, you know, Activision who he'd actually poke fun at. But then he turns around and he says, well, you know what, fuck the fans. I'm gonna, you know, be biased to these people. And I'm not just talking about video game, you know, corporations or anything like that. I'm literally talking about now the movements that are SJWs and leftist, liberals, whatever you want to call them. I'm not saying that he's a leftist or liberal. I don't know if the guy's voted for Trump or not. I don't know if the guy's angry that Hillary lost or not. I don't know him as a person per se. He never really gives off too much of who he is personally. But he was talking about how, oh, Battlefield 5 is a good game, blah blah blah, and you know, if you don't like it, you know, he didn't say it. I'm not quoting him, but I get kind of a feeling that he's one of those. If you don't like the fact that there are females in this game, then you're a sexist, misogynistic male piece of shit. You know, and you know, I don't see myself ever subscribing to this guy ever again. My personal thoughts and feelings on Battlefield 5, I'll tell you what they are right now. I'll let you know. I'm not happy with, you know, with the way that they've mistreated the history of World War II. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it at all. Oh, I'm dead! You know, I'm not happy with it. Why? Why am I not happy with it? I'll tell you why I'm not happy with it. How's the old saying go? History is written by the victor? When in fact there were no winners in World War II? You know, history is written by the victor, kind of thing. By the victor, by the victor. But now they're adding females in something that they weren't really involved in. Oh my God, that is so sexist. How could you? How could I what? How could I be honest? How could I, you know? How can I what? How can I be honest about something that is as sacred as what happened in World War II, where hundreds or tens of thousands of soldiers died to free Europe from the fascism of the Nazi regime. And now all of a sudden, just to make a couple of hopeless losers happy, because that's what they are, losers, just to make a couple of idiots happy, now they added females into the game. Now they're promoting inaccuracies. There were no females in World War II. Okay? I know what you're gonna say. There were females fighting within the you know, French, you know, freedom fighters, you know, during World War II. But don't forget why it is that they fought. I sure as fuck don't forget. You know, I'm not gonna forget why it is that they fought. So, you know, I'm not saying like, oh well, you know, it's because stupid idiot. No, on the contrary. I'm gonna get cut here because I'm talking to you, stupid morons. Not just kidding. Please don't subscribe. No, but I'm kidding. But you know, I don't know. I find it to be a serious problem now. That now we want to rewrite history. And are we okay with this? That's what I want to know. Are we okay with just because we want to make a couple people happy, we're gonna rewrite history? We're rewriting history. you might think of this as a joke, or that I'm being extremist, or that I'm being Alex Jones. You know, no, I'm not being an Alex Jones. Okay, this isn't a conspiracy theory. Okay, this is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not about be telling you that, you know, it's because the government this and the government that. Tommy hit me with a wiffle ball bat. No, I'm just telling you things for what they are, and that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. We're rewriting history according to the needs of few people. And by few people, I literally do mean the social justice warrior movement. Okay? I'm not gonna fucking buy a game where you're getting your facts wrong. Not that you're doing it by accident. You're doing it on purpose. You don't give a shit about, you know... Why? Oh, thanks. You know, you don't give a... Oh, shit! Stupid asshole! What the fuck? Okay. I don't give a rat's ass. Okay? You want to make a game based on World War II with female characters? By all means, do it! But do it like sci-fi. Do it like fantasy. Hey, take a couple lessons from, you know, fucking Final Fantasy, you know, Square Enix. They like to, you know, base games off of real-life scenarios. Why can't you fucking do shit like that? Don't make a fucking video game that is super realistic and then all of a sudden say, oh, you know what, you know, there's this thing going around where, these people are so fucking immature and they're so fucking pathetic that we're just gonna, you know, cater to them and forget about our actual customers, because we don't give a shit. They're probably Trump supporters. I'm serious. That's probably what they're thinking. They're Trump supporters. We shouldn't. We should not. Well, too bad. Sorry you feel that way. If it is in fact the case. But I'm pretty sure it is. What's that say? Ooh, rush of blood. But anyways, yeah. That's my personal take on all of this. I'm never, ever going to buy Battlefield 5. Because now they crossed the fucking line. They've disrespected a human historic event, which was World War II, and violated it and turned it into something as gross and pathetic as the social justice warrior agenda, this whole feminist movement bullshit, because that's what it is. You know, they turned something as sacred as World War II just to promote their own crap. Because that's really what it is. And I repeat myself, no, I have nothing against females. If it's okay me calling them females because it has male within it. But, you know, I don't know. They've gone too far, to be honest with you. They really have. They really have gone. They've gone and crossed the line. So, I mean, before anybody attacks me on this, ask yourself this. Are you completely okay with people just showing up all of a sudden and saying, I want to take your stuff because I just fucking feel like it, and if you don't, I'm gonna cry bloody murder? You know exactly what I'm talking about, people. You know exactly what I'm talking about. War games were a guy thing, okay? World War II, like all the movies, like Saving Private Ryan to Band of Brothers, you know, everything having to do with World War II has always been a guy thing. Women have never actually shown any real fucking interest in World War II. Not to mention video games for that matter. Yeah, it's a growing trend now that all of a sudden women want to play video games. I don't know why. Maybe dick envy, to be honest with you, because that's how I feel it. Some of them actually do it just whatever you can do, I can do better kind of motif, kind of scenario, kind of thought, kind of feeling, kind of, you know, whatever. That's the impression I get, to be honest with you. But, you know, for this to be happening now, to where now we have to include the female gender into a subject as serious as World War II? Video game or not? Video game or not? Okay? It is a serious subject. It is. Now, if you want females in games, like I said, no problem. We got video games like Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, which is another huge flop, but not for, you know, social agendas, but just because the game is a piece of shit. You know, we have video games that have a female majority in characters, enriched with female characters. Unless you're Zarkeesian and think, those aren't females, they're only the suggested idea of the fantasy of what a woman should look like. Fuck you. Bitch doesn't even really play video games. She's not even a real gamer for that matter. She's not a gamer. She's a fucking false piece of shit. She just wants to attack and ruin things. In her own way. As a matter of fact, I prefer hers. But, you know, we're living in times where everything now has to be taken away. Everything now is a subject matter of controversy. Because, hey, you know what? You're a misogynistic pig if you don't like women in your video games. No, I'm not. I love women. I've said it before. I sound like a person with Alzheimer's. I'm gonna keep fucking, you know, doing it like that because I want people to see it's not the fact that there's women in the video games. It's just a matter of taking a subject as serious as World War II and respecting it, not the sacrilege that EA has committed in adding female characters into this. Okay? Don't be stupid. And don't accuse people who unsubscribe to you or don't buy your shit game because they're misogynistic male pigs. Or because they're balding white and overweight and living in their mom's basement like fucking J.J. Abrams or Ryan Johnson or Kathleen Kennedy said. Or for even this matter, even what's-her-face that's going to be playing Captain Marvel in the upcoming, Marvel movie. You know, all of a sudden, everybody's the bad guy because we just like things the way they are. We don't need change in a lot of things. Yeah, progress, but not change shit. There's a difference between progressing and changing. And this is not progress. This is changing. This is forceful change. And when you take something as serious as World War II and turn it into something that it wasn't and it hasn't and it will never be, you're a fascist. Because you're rewriting history to your needs. That's what fascists do. Look it up. Hitler did it. Stalin did it. Several other dictators throughout history have done it. Kim Jong-il has done it. They like to write themselves into history and like we were gods, we were heroes, we were this, we were that, and blah blah blah. We were the victims. They were the criminals. When in fact it's not even that. It's not even true. These are weird looking are these sleeves? These are sleeves, aren't they? Holy shit, they're sleeves. I thought this guy like cut his wrist like some emo. But anyways, you know, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share. If anybody has any answers on why it is that my mag build video has over 300 and something views and all the other ones that I've made don't really have that many, please leave a comment and explain to me why it is that one seemed to be a little bit more interesting. But, you know, as far as that goes, do check out Joygasm Films. He's got some pretty good stuff. I do recommend him. He's one of ours. He's not all about the right or the alt-right, or he's not about the left or the alt-left or whatever you want to call it. He's just about putting things on the table the way they are. He's not being biased or anything. He's about putting things on the table and saying, hey, you know what? There's a problem. Bing! There's a problem right there. You know what I mean? So do leave a comment, subscribe, share, and if you like this video, please go screw yourself, take this gun and point it up to your rectum, whether it has a bullet or not. And I mean this gun because it's fake. It's VR. Okay, it's a fake gun. Ooh, I'm talking about guns. Ooh, Second Amendment rights. So, yeah, this has been your friendly friend, Andy Gamer Chanel, signing off, my friends.